All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got Wars 7, 8, 9, doing them all again, all together again. We got who got TCN, Swedes Alliance S, and then SAS. Yeah, we're gonna roll right into this. This is about another hour-long block of video, so I hope you guys are ready. I think it's typical bands. I missed it, but I'm pretty sure it was your standard bands. And full disclosure, this is the one fight, I didn't put it in the thumbnail, but this is the one war that I actually used White Magneto instead of Doom. I didn't want to add him to the thumbnail just because I didn't have time. So, yeah, like this was actually a better fit. Doom would have worked for these fights, but and he is rank 4, so like obviously you want to always opt for a rank 4 over a rank 3 unless the rank 3 is a better fit for the job, which in this case, yeah, I think that Blaine had a good call in our battle group with going with White Mags, because not only is he ideal for Korg, but you get the pre-fight, which is huge, and it worked out for some other fights too. I mean, I think I used his pre-fight on like 3 or even 4 of my fights. So, yeah, and he just trounces this Korg, you know, able to parry, don't have to worry about rock stacks, because Magneto has all energy. I take decks off, as I've mentioned plenty of times before. I don't mess around. With Korg, decks comes off every time. Look at that. Ooh, man. So yeah, I actually used some mutant boosts, which I basically never run a mutant in war, and if I do, it's very seldom, and it's White Mags every time. So yeah, my mutant boosts are always loaded. So yeah, roll through Korg there. We've got, I think it's Tigra next on the level 1 mini, or the level 1 prowess node here, I believe. Perhaps. Yeah, Tigra just gets bodied by She-Hulk. At rank 4, dog. This might have been the fight where she was stingy with specials. I was trying to get her to bait, and she just wouldn't throw any of them, so I was like, alright, I just roll over her, push her red as I kill her. So, yeah. Gotta watch the standard parry stun timer against Tigra because she's tiny. A lot of people run and stand your ground in war now, so I don't do nearly as much corner spam attempts with the heavy when I'm using She-Hulk, because you know, you get stifled by that resist. Yeah, so she was cooperative in this one. This isn't that fight. She just throws that level 1 and that's it. I think Dragon Man is next. The Dragon Man? Yeah. And so it worked out because White Mag's pre-fight here, he goes, this node they go debuff immune when they get knocked down. And White Mag's pre-fight, you know, gets around that. So it allows you to stun him and, you know, remove his power gain, which otherwise you'd have to basically wait out the debuff immune, which could cause issues. Plus, you know, even though She-Hulk generates less combat power rate against Mystics, her Petrify falls off. So, like, you know, you throw the level 2 and it's going to fall off because of the debuff immunity. So the White Mags is definitely a really nice benefit on this node. I think I actually try to heal a bit from him, blocking his level 1. You get that ineptitude on you. I'm not exactly sure what the criteria is for it to actually like inflict on you. I just know that it's when you block the level 1. But I'm sure there's some criteria to it. Right here, block it, yeah. Start the healing, because it lasts a really long time, that the debuff does. So You can sit there and just get triple heals the whole fight. White Mag's pre-fight, it's just such a long stun. What is ridiculous. Full yellow bar, love it. Love it. Protection back up. Let's do another knockdown here. Maybe bait. Come on, bud. Let's do this. Full yellow bar. Get it out, bottom line. All right. Rolling on through here. We got a lot to cover. A lot to cover. Do I have a mini in this one? I don't remember. Peni. I don't remember if I take Peni. I take Peni in one of these wars, but not sure if this is the one. Yep, it's the one. Otherwise, I'd just place Petrify and we'd have a Void take it, usually. Sometimes Herc if he's not banned. It varies. But she's here often. That's a good placement for her. Mr. Fantastic with the White Mag's pre-fight. Again, with the White Mag's pre-fight. It's big. It's necessary, honestly. For Mr. Fantastic here, he has to have it. Because the White Mag's pre-fight is not a debuff. And Peni will auto-block during a stun debuff. But since it's not a debuff, you can sit there and parry heavy and she can't auto block it. I think it like triggers like the call out, but it won't actually auto block. And as long as you can parry stun, Mr. Fantastic just, you know, really shuts this node down. Stack those pre-fights. A full set is good, so stack the pre-fights, and then you know, by the time they get halfway through their life bar, and that the power gain triggers or whatnot at 50% health, it doesn't matter, they don't gain any. And the level 1 does get blocked there often, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it kicks them far enough back, or you know, Peni, to where she can't retaliate, even though it's blocked. And even if she does, it's not going to kill you. I mean, she can't do anything. It's just minimal damage. But still not convinced, because I don't think I've ever been countered. And I've fought her a lot here, and she's blocked my level 2 almost every time if she's got charges. And she never retaliates successfully. She tries sometimes, but it's never successful. So yeah, the key here obviously is you have to keep those pre-fights up. You don't want to lose them. You know, you could still, you know, pull out of the fight, but like when she's getting to like a half a bar like this, or a half a health bar, you definitely want those pre-fights up. So yeah, you definitely want to do a lot of parry heavy, as with most fights, if not all, with Mr. Fantastic. And also the careful steady, you know, that's helpful because it basically neuters her level 1, and then if she makes it to a level 2, you can careful study that, but you basically won't need to. Another one here. Blocked. No, watch. Yeah, she doesn't even try to retaliate there. Very heavy. Petrify Mastery does not work with the White Mag's pre-fight, which is oftentimes why I don't prefer it on certain fights when I'm using She-Hulk or Mr. Fantastic. But like generally it's a She-Hulk fight, like the Mangog level 2 aspect of evolution mini. I don't like it there. You get the extra 10% attack, but their combat power rate, you know, is you don't benefit from the Petrify. I don't really like it on the man thing on node 20. I don't like it there either. I mean, it's not like it's detrimental. I mean, it's just preference really, but it's just something to consider and you know, note whenever you're using White Mags, and if you run Petrify Mastery. Yeah, so little gem of information there. Nova, I could have taken that Nova, but I think someone else was equipped, so they took Nova. Spam is on this node 2 of these wars. And then on 4B in one of the wars too. Yeah, he just, I don't even, so with She-Hulk, it's a great matchup because he's science and, you know, a duped She-Hulk, higher the sig, the better, of course, will clear debuffs. She'll purify debuffs against science. And there's, it's, you know, it's a percentage-based chance. Even just a single dupe is a significant percentage. I think it's like 40 or 45%. And max at 70% once you get to max sig. So like she'll clear the taunt and the power stings, but it's just one more thing to watch out for, you know. And I'm still not entirely sure. Like you clear the power sting, but it's like when you cross a bar threshold or when you activate a special, it's like you get repopped sometimes. I think maybe, I'm not exactly sure. But to just avoid all that entirely, I just don't even use specials against it. I mean, you don't need it. Like, you got to petrify pre-fight up. You know, you got taunts, even though he's tiny. You know, the taunts still come through. They may not last, but they come through. He's spongy as all get out, so you can just sit there and use normals against him. Like, you just don't need to use specials. You can finish with the level 3 if you're sure it's going to kill him. I think I may actually do that, but in the next time I fight him here. But yeah, like, it's not necessary. Sure, you could get away with throwing a level 2 to throw the petrify in there and, you know, maybe get a crit and a massive level 2, but don't need it. You saw how fast he died. So yeah, something to consider there. This is the fight I was talking about in my last compilation war video, when I referenced TCN having Black Cat. And this is probably one of the better nodes and or paths for her. Still not convinced she's a good defender, but she is new, which can always create planning issues. And I don't have any rarity of her, so I had to like duel. I did find a duel. I think I had it or something, but it was like a 4-star or 5-star unduped and unranked. So I had to use like a tiny Magneto. But yeah, her heavy definitely is, it covers a lot of space. It's a bunch of hits. Not terribly hard to evade, maybe in the corner. But yeah, it's just annoying. It covers ground like Killmonger, and that can create issues if you get backed up. So as you see, I'm running mutant boosts. Yeah, I didn't even mess around. I used the pre-fight on her, like, just so I had time to think, because I figured I was going to get, backed up. I didn't even try to intercept. That was not the strategy here. Just because, like, however her card works, it's like she can evade when you try to intercept her, and so evade, counter, and then bludgeon you, or something to that effect. So yeah, I wasn't even going to deal with that nonsense. Just shut it down. And so yeah, I just brute force through her with the specials, and as you can see, it's working out really well. Yeah, so basically you want to, like, ooh, I get a resist there, but max stand your ground, baby. If you can, push her to level 2, because it is counterable. Her level 1 probably is too, but she almost always, she like tracks you when she like darts in at you from her rope swing or whatever, on the level 1. The level 2, not so much. So I was trying to push her to level 2 in that. But yeah, that was my first time facing her in war, and yeah, like maybe once in quest, apart from the EQ, but it went well. Was happy with that fight, and you see how many times I've used this guidance boost, man. Like, used it on Spam, used it on her, used it on Korg, used it on Dragon Man, and used it on Doom. So that's like, yeah, he was a workhorse. He pulled his weight this time, and he actually had a fight, 2 fights, I'm proud of the guy, Ah, yes. Old Dr. Doom. The White Mags always helps on this lane if you have an extra person, backup, or if you're running him, because you can parry the Mighty Charge, which is always helpful. Plus Doom is medium, so you don't get the extended standard parry stun duration from She-Hulk. So with the White Max pre-fight, that passive stun, you get a longer duration. Just helps to think and prepare and plan, all that. Right there, dash back light. Bomb. That crit resistance definitely sucks. Mighty charge, also a problem. But, you know, not really any issue. Shield just works him down. I don't know how that was unblockable since I had slow on him, but maybe that was slow. Maybe it was petrified. Either way, yeah. Doom's level 1 is just pants. It does nothing, unblockable or not. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it's a great special because it clears a bunch of buffs, you know, and it puts them in aura and all that. But like as far as damage, terrible. Absolutely one of the worst. But yeah, so that was I think it was a rank 4 Doom there. Dropped him like potatoes. Rank 4 Sassy? I think it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rank 4 Sassafras. This dude. Yeah, TCN had so many rank 4s. So many. But I mean, I get it. I mean, our defense is shaped up nicely. We've got a whole lot of rank 4s on ours too. So let's go for a draft back here. Boom! Right in the face. Boom! Just boom! Let's go ahead and get this started. Yeah, baby. So no White Max pre-fight. I think it was out, but I never use it for him anyway. He is extra large. So you're getting the extended parry stun duration anyway. So you just don't need the White Max. Like, yeah, it would be nice, you know, because you can parry the Mighty Charge. But I mean, I'm so proficient at playing Sassy. It's like, it doesn't matter. I just body this freaking ape anywhere. It's a fun fight though. I mean, She-Hulk definitely matches up really well against him. And boom, nailed it. And then go right into, and then just falls over. Oh yeah, clean fight, real clean. Why did it say 0? Like right there, score earned. That's a lie. Clearly I earned. Now we're rolling into, what do we got here? What do we got here? I don't think I take this seriously. Do I take this seriously? I don't remember. Maybe I do. Oh no, I don't have to do them. That's fine. Yeah, those were cleared by somebody else. Conflictor, whoever it was. I think it was Hulkling. And then we got Mangog here. I'm sure he's a rank 4. As basically all the defenders I fought were, or half. I think Spam was a rank 4. I don't think Dragon Man was. Maybe he was. I don't think he was. And then Korg wasn't. Korg, everyone always beats him in war. You know, he's an older defender. Still a good defender. Really good. But he never gets kills anymore. But I don't know. Like, he'll get rank 4 for me eventually. Like, I don't plan on playing Battlegrounds much. Basically out of necessity. And by that I mean, like, if there's really good rewards, or, you know, you got to play some to get X rewards or whatever it is, I will do the absolute bare minimum. Otherwise, Korg would be higher up on the rank 4 list because he is a great defender in Battlegrounds. But I think he's always going to have a place in war, so he definitely will get rank 4 for me eventually. I think I got him at Sig, I don't know, 120, 140 now or something. Mangog. There's that wake up medium. Go in. Ah! Yeah, and he smacks me. Yeah, I was trying to yeah, taking some damage this time, buddy. I was trying to clear that damn unstoppable, but then right there, I remember, oh yeah, you can just parry it. Couldn't have parried immediately because he wasn't blockable. So that was like the result of basically a rank 4 Mangog, you know. He's alive a little longer, so you can, you know, more time to mess up, more time for him to get enraged and go unblockable, unstoppable, etc., etc. Moving on. So we've got, don't forget to turn Defiance on. It's important. I think this is, who was that? TCN? What is this? Who we got here? Who we got? I don't remember. Damn. what did I say? SAS, TCN, and the hell was the other one? I don't remember, guys. I'm sure you guys just saw. I'm about to find out. Oh, we got a Chavez on 5B? No, it's not this one. What do you know? Tigra again. Oh, this is Sweda's alliance. That's right. Yeah, I don't know much about this alliance at all. This was the first time. I didn't even know he had another alliance, to be honest. I think this is like, I think he's still in for Loki or DSVG, whatever. He's in one of those. But I guess this is his alternate account, and he has members, from what I've gathered, I think I touched on this in my other video. This is like where skilled players go when they're like, they don't want the highest tier 1 war stress, so they kind of come here. It's like, I don't want to, I don't want to call it retirement because they're still competitive, and they are good players, but maybe don't try as hard, or don't focus on strict boosting or whatnot. But either way, we all know Sweda's an amazing player. So it's kind of cool to have, his own alliance. I mean, he's been doing YouTube videos for eternity, and he's been playing this game probably as long as I have, if not longer. I mean, I've been playing since basically the beginning. So as you saw, Tigra just fell over there. This hype fight was a lot of fun because, Doom the debuff immunity doesn't really matter because you can just throw these level 1s and it's going to clear his power gains. Plus you can stagger at least the one time before he drops again. But I went with an invulnerability and Miss-Tic boost. So, I mean, this was kind of like I improvised a bit here. Didn't know exactly how this would go, but had a good idea. But yeah, it goes. It's a fun fight. I just sit here and blast this guy down. Like, it doesn't matter that these incinerates don't stick because I get so much power back. Combined with Aura, the unblockable level 2s. I mean, I just blast them all over the place. Look at that. And then another one. Why not? Blast him again. He's like, what the hell is going on? And then we still got Aura up. Let's go ahead and steal all that. MD, blast him with this. Just a sliver of unblockable from the Aura left. Yep, why not? And then blast him again. I mean, wow. So many level 2s. And full yellow bar. I mean, now this is how most Doom fights go against Hyperion, if not all. But it's going to be interesting. I think next season, as we've been discussing in our battle group, is going to be, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's going to be super difficult. It's all contingent on if how their wording is for Conduit. Like, if they take no damage from when they have the shock or the cold snap or the incinerate on them, or if they just don't take damage from champs that inflict energy attacks. I think it's going to be the latter. But at any rate, I think it's designed to really, really neuter your Nimrods against a couple matchups, your Doom against a couple matchups, Claire because she's all energy against some matchups, Magnetos. So yeah, you're not gonna have Doom for a Hyperion is basically where I was getting at with all that. You've got because he's Conduit, and Doom is always the go-to, versus Hyperion whenever possible. So yeah, that's not gonna be possible anymore, I'm pretty sure. But so yeah, no, it'd be interesting. You can't use Claire either. But yeah, no, it's She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk's still gonna body. She's basically all the matchups that she takes anyway aren't Conduit defenders, So I don't think it'll matter much. Plus, if it is all energy attacks, don't do damage basically. She's all physical anyway. So, but yeah, I think she's still gonna own. I do know that she is going to damn, just lost some train of thought. Where's that at? She-Hulk, Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't remember. It'll come back to me. Oh, yeah. She loses the Defiance attack tactic, which means you're gonna have to watch that dexterity against Mystics, which is a bit annoying. But you know, really what it is that Defiance is just awesome. You know, it turns any of the Defiance attackers into, you know, Red Guardian or Spider 99 freaking ability, you know, with the no buffs, and that is just so big. Now, She-Hulk only has dexterity, like all her Furies are passive, so, you know, depending on the defender, Mystic defender, Petrify does actually, yeah, MODOK, what a joke. Whoa. Petrify does actually reduce MD gain. So like if they have Petrify on them and you dash back, you get dex, you know, your next attack, that dexterity precision buff is going to give them some power, but it actually reduces that, you know. And I think, pretty sure it reverses it if you've got like Mr. Fantastic pre-fight on and hers, or maybe with hers it doesn't do anything. I know there's an interaction. I know it's beneficial. They don't get full MD power gain, but I'm not sure if it reverses it. I've never stopped to study. I've just noticed it. Yeah. What am I thinking? Am I thinking about conflictor maybe? I don't know. Don't quote me on all that. I'm pretty sure that's the case, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, this fight, man. She-Hulk, she's so good. She's gonna clear all those stupid debuffs that she gets, and she basically stays unstoppable the whole time. You just need to keep slow up, and like this fight is just, you know, easy. Again, spam. Yeah, you could get away with using specials, but why? Like, why risk it? You see how fast he just falls apart. He's one of the spongier champs in the game. Think, yeah, why not? Why not throw the level 3? You know, get this cartoon mess going. But, so yeah, with She-Hulk, I'm pretty sure that Petrify, be it Mr. Fantastic's pre-fight or her own, they do reduce MD power gain. Doesn't really matter, because I plan on turning Dexterity off against most of her matchups anyway. Just because, yeah, because she doesn't, most of the time you can get away without it, you know, like, I think, like, Mojo for sure, because that equals Degen, so that's coming off. Sassy, I think I'd leave it on for him just because, yeah, you kind of have to. You could deal with the power gain. Yeah, Petrify definitely does reduce MD power gain. I just don't think it reverses it, because I've fought Sassy plenty of times with Dexterity on. He gets power. But, yeah, this fight right here, I mean, you know, I'm just like, oh, look, I can't parry, durr. Yeah, like, she causes so many issues for our alliance on this path, because, like, Mole Man's bleed, you know, can screw you because you're giving her a ton of power because she's bleed immune. But, you know, we don't have very many She-Hulk players at all. We have one other who's really good in another battle group. And then we've got a couple that are getting there, but still don't, like, main her. But yeah, like, even with mistakes, like, she just dominates her. I mean, she's unblockable a lot of the time. I guess the key there is countering that level 1. You know, you really need to be confident in countering that level 1. Obviously, level 2, you can counter that. But, you know, the level 1, because that's your opportunity. Otherwise, like, she's going to be unblockable, you know, much of that match, as you saw. But, you know, just push her red, or I mean, push her to level 1 and just evade the level 1, dex in, or I mean, dash in, and, you know, just keep doing that. So anyway, but what was I saying? With Dexterity, Sassy, you have to turn it, you have to keep it on, because he'll throw those level 1s and you can't dex out of it. You're going to block it, which means stun. You have to assume, I think it's 20%, but like, you have to assume that's going to go bad, and you're going to get stunned. So you got to keep it on against Sassy. Maw, you can turn it off. Basically, I think most others, honestly, you can turn it off. Like, yeah. So, I'm not too worried about it. I've played plenty of seasons, turn it off. It's just, the annoying part is that, like, you gotta come off a couple units, you have to take the time, go respec masteries. Sometimes it's like, literally every other fight or something like that, where it's like, oh, gotta turn it off. Oh, another fight with somebody else, or She-Hulk even, turn it back on, and then turn it back off. And, it's whatever, it's part of the game. I'm not really complaining, but, it is what it is. I just got so used to Defiance, It's like, damn, I hate to see it go. But I am excited for a new tactic. I mean, it'll be cool. I kind of plan on running, like, She-Hulk, Mr. Fantastic, of course, right? Because I think they're still going to dominate. And then that third one, it's not going to be Doom very often, or not nearly as much, because he'll still have matchups, but like he loses against Sersi now because she's Conduit. Terrax, nope, not going to work. Conduit, Hyperion Conduit, a couple others. So we're gonna have to figure out other matchups against them, but this is where insert sick and tired attacker comes in, and this is where my conundrum is with who I rank 4 next. Like, Blade is both sick and tired attacker and conduit defense. Plus, he's the skill's the only class that I don't have a rank 4 in yet, and for sake of consistency, I really want a rank 4 skill. I don't use really skill for anything. I do like Black Widow Deadly Origin. I use her a handful in some stuff. And she is sick and tired. But yeah, if they're shock immune, she's worthless. Blade is... It's probably going to be Blade. I want to do Thor, though. Man, I want to do Thor. And I may still, but it's hard to justify. We'll circle back to that. Anyway, so let's get into this Annihilus fight. Originally I was going to do the little L there and do all the Miss-Tic minis that I usually do. But we didn't really have a good answer for this. I mean, yeah, obviously Red Hulk, but like he can't do anything against the Unstoppable. So, and I like taking this node. It's great experience for me, and it's fun. She-Hulk just does really well against a lot of defenders here. She crushes Annihilus. As you see, I accidentally spec'd one into Tech Collar. That's what that was. I thought it was Serum. I started and I was like, damn. So that's why I didn't actually max out Resonate. But the plan here, as you see, I removed all the stun and the petrify. Stupefy and petrify, I don't need it because it's stun immune. So I reallocated those points into defense for max Serum to help with the incinerate damage, max Inequity, and then 2 in Resonate, which would have been 3 had I not dumbed and put that 1 into Tech Collar. So yeah, we got Debuff Siphoner, Petrification Ray, Combat Power. I mean, I didn't have any left. Probably would have still put Combat Power on here, but it could go either way. I mean, you're getting that extra debuff. But he is, you kind of want to keep pushing him because you're going to lose those Furies faster because he's medium. So you kind of want to push him to borrow power more often to try to, bait. Keep the Furies going, but it's really a non-issue. You're not going to keep the Furies. You're not going to count on those on this node. So yeah, like, bait the heavy, parry to get the damage reduction at least if you can. And then heavy, some whiff bait, try to bait off that level 1, counter it. And because he has a counterable heavy with a heavy, it's great. She's great for this node because not only does she have slow and counters unstoppable, which is the big one, but she can keep those pre-fights up. The siphon, so I got siphon reducing damage. I got that small, that 275, 300 energy resist from Dex Mastery, or the dexterity buff. And then I've got Inequity. And then Siphon. So, like, a whole lot of stuff going on here as far as, like, reducing. You probably don't even need the Serum, to be honest. Like, I mean, the Petrifies aren't, like, crushing here. I mean, if you sit there and get unlucky and you do a full combo and you get like a 5 stack of Petrify or of Incinerates, I said Petrify earlier. If you get a 5 stack of Incinerates, yeah, it's going to burn, but the Incinerates aren't bad. Like, they really aren't. And so, you know, I've made a few mistakes here, one mistake, but I mean, crushed. So yeah, circling back to Conduit and Sick and Tired, Mr. Fantastic, She-Hulk is what the plan is looking like, and then hopefully maybe a rank 4 Sick and Tired attacker, but probably just a rank 3 as needed. Like, honestly, and I'm not going to rank 4 him, but like War Machine, and mine's rank 3, and he is Sick and Tired. He benefits greatly on the Mr. Fantastic She-Hulk team already because he's tech, so he's getting power stings. But he can utilize the Mr. Fantastic pre-fights. Any of the Sick and Tired attackers can, presumably. Because the way it reads is that it says Sick and Tired is like it heal blocks the defender with 3 or more debuffs. They're passively heal blocked. And I think until like they don't have 3 debuffs, I think is how that reads. So like as long as you have 3 debuffs on them, they will be passively heal blocked. And then if you, at any given time, you lose, you know, those debuffs, they're not heal blocked. I think that's how this goes, but it just says debuffs. It doesn't say their own debuffs. It doesn't say DOT. It doesn't say any of that. So presumably, Mr. Fantastic has debuffs as pre-fights. Obviously, you know, drop those, and then insert Sick and Tired attacker, and now you know, you can drop 3 debuffs with Mr. Fantastic if you want, but like, you know, 2. Let's say 2.
Could you say that again?
Shut up, Siri. You drop 2, right? And that would give you 2 total fights. Or if you take, you know, take 1 fight with Mr. Fantastic and you can get a bunch of pre-fights, now you can do even more fights with the Sick and Tired attacker. Because I mean, I figure you drop 2 pre-fights, right? And then all you need now is like 1 from that Sick and Tired attacker, and every single Sick and Tired attacker, I'm pretty sure, is capable of inflicting. I think that was that stingy ass Tigra fight where she didn't throw special. But now, like, so every Sick and Tired attacker can inflict their own debuffs. You know, that's why they're Sick and Tired. Like Blade inflicts bleed, obviously. They're short. Unless you spec, I mean, even if you spec max deep wounds, they're not fast. I mean, they're not slow bleeds, right? The level 1, that's a slow bleed. So you throw a level 1, but you already got 2 pre-fights up, right? So they're essentially, you can essentially have almost full uptime on heal block. Boom. So yeah, like, this is why I wanted Terrax, as well as Battlegrounds from, you know, before I, you know, kind of took a turn on that. But yeah, because Terrax is going to stack all those armor breaks. He's Sick and Tired, and I think he's both Sick and Tired and the defender, the global defender Conduit. I think, yeah. But yeah, like, so the plan is basically Mr. Fantastic She-Hulk, and then insert Sick and Tired attacker as needed. You know, I think Doom will still get some action, but not nearly as much because his matchups have just been, he's been stifled with the new global. But yeah, War Machine, I think he's going to do really well. He can handle kitties. With his prowess removal on level 1, he can pre-fight himself with the debuff duration increase, except on stun. So he can do that to himself. I think it's a 25% increase. So that he's got like the pre-fight that like cleanses 2 debuffs at any given time in the fight. And then the other one is like energy resistance in relation to his armor up, I think. He can do 2. And then if he takes a fight, he gets like 1 back, maybe 2 back. I don't remember how it gets him. I think it's just I don't think you have to like, you know, finish with debuffs on him or anything. I think it's just you get it back for winning. But yeah, like so, and he's got a lot of power suppression on that level 1. So even though he's counter class, I think he will do well against Hyperion, depending on node. And I think he'll have use. I really do. I think he will have use. He obviously stacks a ton of debuffs, so like being sick and tired, he will be able to heal block very easily against conduit defenders. Yeah, I think he's definitely gonna get use. APOC is also sick and tired, and I think he's gonna get banned a fair amount of time, which takes Cable off the table. And so yeah, he's obviously gonna be great though when he's usable. APOC. Who's the other one? Oh, Spider 99 and Anti-Venom are both sick and tired. So, and both of them inflict tons of debuffs, and they're both great champs. So I think they're going to get a lot of use. I also think they are going to get some bans. I think they're going to see some bans this season, because you know it's a great duo, and then also they're global, so they'll just be able to just prevent healing. Yeah, definitely think they're going to get use. This fight here, Invisible Woman, yeah, like it gets a little scary, but you know, I kind of knew it was going to be a trickier fight and subject to mistakes. I do land that intercept early on, so I've got the passive fury and the protections down, but not for too much longer. Is that a power sting? Damn. And then I don't know what happened there. I probably like missed the mighty charge. And you know, you want to finish with lights. You don't want to finish your combos with medium in the event that she decides to go invisible. Which is, I don't know. I think I don't get hit by that mistake, but that right there, that's what it was. Freaking too slow and get parried. Oh, how embarrassing, right? Like, oh, parry. Yeah, she was like, yeah, I parried you. Take that. The AI was freaking chummy, proud of himself. I don't know if I land another intercept. I might just brute her down. Because at this point, I was like, damn, all right. I mean, you've lost half life. Let's be careful here. It's that damn invisibility, you know? You gotta watch for it. So badly I wanted to bring Daredevil on this team because I wanted to see action, but like he literally, this would have been the only fight he would have been good for, and I needed to do more than him. But he absolutely just controls Invisible Woman. Like, you don't have to, it renders her ability useless. So she basically, yeah, her invisibility is, she's just not visible. I mean, he can see her. Yeah, wanted to bring her, just wasn't gonna happen. Every time that like there's an opportunity for Daredevil to take an Invisible Woman, it never works out because he's only really good for like that. He's not Defiance, but it doesn't matter. She's not a Mystic, so. Anywho, I pulled through, guys. I pulled through. KM, God, I have fought Killmonger on this path so many times this season. It is ridiculous. I get it, though. Like, he is a tough defender, one of the best options for 5B. I think I run it in vulnerability here, and I think I get bested with a level 2. It's tricky, you know, like he'll catch you on that dash back, and I think this was one of those times. Excuse me. Yeah, this is I think that was my only mistake, was that damn level 2. I don't know what's going on here. Damn. I don't remember this lag. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. all you really need against him is like one good intercept, you know, with like a level 2 loaded or ideally a level 3. And then, you know, basically armor break him and throw the level 3 if you have it, or armor break him and then throw the level 2. That was it right there. Wow. Good old Doom with the crit resistance. Shut it down. Go with the knives. There it is. I don't know what was down there. Oh, he doesn't have shock. Let's do that move. So armor break, roll into level 3. This is going to do a lot of damage. So like this is the bulk of the damage here. And like if you don't land another intercept, this is significant enough to give you that advantage and that confidence to just finish it out. Because then you get a rotation, steal this. So look, he's basically at half life now, you know, and he has protection back up, but hey, it doesn't matter. So might as well throw it. It's not going to do any power. Get a little more damage. And you can basically finish it. I don't remember if I get another intercept here, but you can finish out this fight, you know, without risking an intercept if you want to. And that's the point, like I'm making, is that you can, as long as you land that one successful intercept, you're pretty much good to go. You don't need to like get fancy, you know. Because I mean, the setting up that intercept is tough because like every time, you know, you're going to give him a lot of power and push him to level 1, basically. There was no. So yeah, like it's tough. Takes timing. Keep that armor breaking, and you'll have minimal issues with reverb. And then obviously big boosting always helps. Do that often. Oh, so I do land it, and then I was like, okay, well, we might as well. Yeah, but as you can see, like I didn't need to do that. I was confident in it, but I didn't need to. So like you're taking him here, you land the one intercept, you're gonna do 50 or more % damage collectively with an L3 into like a rotation, you know. Because you got to remember, like, not only does their protection drop in that duration, but you get a powerful fury too, you know. So now I've got what, 2 or 3 fights? I think I got 3 fights here. Mordo, Doom on Conflictor, and then Mangog. This Mordo falls apart. Damn, I talked through that Maw fight that got real ugly, huh? It was one of the previous ones in this video where, like, might have been TCN with Maw on maybe it's, yeah, I don't even know. Can't keep up. But that Maw fight where he was on No Hit, No Mercy, is it? The falter mini? And, like, ooh, man. I mean, it was close. Like, I got down to, like, 10 or 12%. Pulled it out, but it was, you know, dicey. Mordo. What a turd. Instead of just turtle still. Falter. Oh, I made you look so stupid. You know, I like to troll the AI when possible. I've had a fair amount of it over the years from Kabam, so. Boom. Yeah, Mordo falls apart. White Mags, that pre-fight is huge. Especially there. But, like, it's huge. And then Doom. This Doom fight goes, like, swimmingly. You definitely want White Mags here as well. And as I mentioned earlier, don't prefer it on Mangog. I mean, I've had it plenty of times, and, you know, you still get the damage increase. But, yeah, don't prefer it. Plus, you know, like I said, She-Hulk against Extra Large, she's getting the same duration of parry stun, if not longer, than the White Mags pre-fight. Let's get these level 1s going, and we just rotate, we just taunt and rotate these level 1s from him the whole fight. That's what it's about. Bomb. With bait, he's like, oh, okay. We'll do that. Let me throw right into that. Don't need to be perfect on your level 1 evades. I safely just sit there and take a little bit on block and then dex out the rest of it. Keep my you know, flow going so you don't get hit by the tail end. I don't even worry about the conflictor, not the conflictor, the prowess puncher. Doesn't matter, don't care. Sure, he's got block penetration and it'll hurt on block, but it's not gonna kill you. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, falls apart. Doom drops. Power stings. Critical. And now we got Mangog, and this is gonna wrap up our video. It's been long, another long one. If you you guys and gals sat through this whole thing, I appreciate it. Hopefully you learned a little bit. And what we got? It's 7, 8, 9. So I've got what, 10, 11, 3 wars left. 3 wars left. Yeah, I think so far, at the conclusion of this video, we've only lost 1. We did lose the TCN. Those guys are good this season, you know. I don't know if they're just really that good, if they're piloting, if they're modding. I have no idea. Definitely not gonna accuse or point fingers because I have no clue. But they have had some really good wars. They had a 0 death war against, I don't even remember. But yeah, they're doing really, really good. They beat us, I think 4 deaths we had against them. We died 8 times against them, I believe, or maybe 10, 9, or 8 to 10, and then they had 4 against us, I think. But yeah, like, they're really good. We'll see how it shakes out. 3 wars left. That's parry there. Boom. But yeah, you know, thanks for watching, and we are going to catch you in the next one. Peace.